All right, we continue on with the NFL season. We are in week 8, unbelievably already. Big games for the local teams who are both looking to save their season. So the sports bettors, they're going to be intrigued as to how to bet on those games as well as some of the marquee matchups going on nationally. Now it's time for another edition of Hitting the Books, and joining me this week is an Emmy Award-winning TV host. You see him on TNT Sports giving you his best bets on the line. It's my guy, Jeff Johnson, who joins me now. Jeff, what's going on?
Dex, I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm ready to give you these bets, and hopefully we can make a little bit of extra change because, lunch prices are going up, rent prices going up, the trend is going up, and my wallet is going down. So we got to level it somehow. You feel me? So
I,
let's get it.
I hear you, man. You're just out here looking for the people, trying to give them some wins, trying to give them some extra money in their pocket. It's what the people need. It's what the people need.
Exactly.
Now, the Jets and Giants, they need some wins too, but that's another story. But we'll get into that, okay? So, Jeff, let's start with the Jets, right? Big expectations for the team this season, but they are now 2-5. They're looking to stay alive, looking to save their season, and they're going to visit a place that hasn't always been kind to them. That's Foxborough, Massachusetts, and to see the New England Patriots. Now, despite all their recent struggles, Gang Green, they're 7-point road favorite here. Over-under for this AFC East matchup is currently at 41 points. So what's your best bets for this Jets season-saving game? What you got?
All right, Dex. I think I'm going to go against what most people may say is conventional wisdom. And I'm going to lay the 7 points with the Jets in Foxborough. This isn't the Brady Belichick Patriots anymore. So I'm not really too worried about that. They beat the Pats 24-3 earlier in the season. And the Pats are on a 6-game losing streak where they have not covered. They're 0-6 against the spread during this streak. I know they switched over to Drake May. They got that new quarterback smell going in the whip, and they have a lot of optimism with them, right? But they're all still towards the bottom of the league in passing yards. You got Hassan Reddick ready to suit up and bolster already top 10 defense. Then on top of that, New England, they're at the bottom of the league in passing yards allowed, and they allow the third most rush yards. I think the Jets are in desperation mode. You talk about a team that needs to win. This is as must win as they get, and I think they have just enough firepower to cover this spread. Now, I hope there isn't any inclement weather or anything else that may disrupt this from now until game day, but I'm confident that the Jets can cover this spread because I just think this year they have the Pats number.
Okay, I have to ask you this as a follow-up, right? You said you're confident. How confident on a scale of 1 to 10 are you that the Jets can cover this spread? Because the Jets not covering the spread kind of feels like some Jet stuff.
I hear you. This is the thing. I have to disconnect trends from what I see in the current week and the narratives and all that. I understand what goes on with the Jets. You're saying, are they going to pull a Jets, quote unquote, and not cover this spread? I'm just looking at the Patriots right now, and I feel like the Patriots' midness can supersede Jets' luck in this to get me the spread. Now, 10 points, winning by 10 points, I don't think I'm asking a lot. And I think New England's defense is going to give me enough opportunity to cover this. Now, I would say if you're a little bit more risk averse, you could tease this down, maybe get it to like 3 or 4, depending on the price that you get. But after what I saw the Jets do against them the first time, I don't think that the Pats are going to be able, even in their own stadium, I don't think that they're going to be able to bounce back in that way, especially they've lost 6 in a row, Dex. Like, they've lost 6 in a row.
Yeah.
If this is any opportunity for the Jets to get back, now is the time. So why not make a statement, right?
Yeah, no, now is the time. You're undoubtedly right about that. We'll see what happens. Jeff is going with the Jets to cover here. Now, next up, we have what should be a showdown of rookie quarterbacks. If Jaden Daniels plays, he is listed as questionable right now. He and the Commanders, they will host Caleb Williams and the Bears. Now, both teams have winning records. The Commanders, they are underdogs at home, which probably is an indicator of what's going on with the injury situation for Jaden Daniels. As the Bears, they're favored by 3 points in this one. Total points line is at 43 if you want to play the over-under game. Jeff, are you backing the Commanders as home dogs, or are you taking the Bears to cover on the road?
Dex, see, this is when you have to know that I'm about the business because I'm a Giants fan. So for me to back the Commanders, you're asking a lot, but my eyes cannot lie to my inner pettiness. We all have to be on the same line when we're trying to make these bets. I'm going with the Commanders. I'm taking that plus money, man. Commanders money line all the way. They're undefeated at home. The Bears, they're winless on the road. One loss, one push against the spread. I don't think the books have caught up to the Commanders yet. After they beat the Giants that in week 2, I believe, I said, I think the Commanders are going to win the NFC East. And I couldn't even believe myself saying it. But I think right now they have the best quarterback in the NFC East, Jaden Daniels. He's 3rd in QB rating. Only MVP Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen are the only 2 ahead of him in quarterback rating right now. They're facing a tough Chicago defense. I got to give them that respect. But I think the Commanders have more to get it done. Their offense is ranked 1st in completion percentage, 3rd in rush yards, 4th in pass yards, 4th in QB rating overall. This is the Commanders' time. And I think the home crowd will give them the edge. And this is all, of course, Dexter, banking on the fact that Jaden Daniels has to play. He has to play for this to go through. But I don't know how many more times you're going to get Washington as a home dog if they keep trending. They're 5-2 now. I really think they're going to win the NFC East the way all the other teams are looking. And the NFC East, it's always a different person. It's always a different team that's at top of our division. So given all of that, I believe in the Commanders at home more than I believe in how the Bears defense is going to travel.
This is all very mature of you as a Giants fan. I don't think a lot of people would have been backing or picking the Commanders to win the NFC East here in Week 8. But obviously, this game, as you said, depends a lot on Jaden Daniels playing. So watching the injury report with him is something to see because you could see some movement on that line if he is cleared to play on Sunday. Now, Sunday Night Football.
Dexter, I'm a hater. I'm not a liar.
Not a liar.
Hater, I'm not a liar.
No,
so
no.
You know what I mean? I can't tell a lie. I got to go with what my gut tells me to go with.
Hey, I respect that. That is a sign of maturity. You are not going to be petty here. I respect all that. That is really good, especially when you're trying to help the people win some money.
Of course.
So, Jeff, Sunday Night Football, okay? You talked about the NFC East. We've got a classic NFC East showdown. Cowboys, classic NFC showdown, not NFC East, but we have NFC East team playing, and the Cowboys visiting the Niners. Disappointing start to 2024 for both teams. Dallas, they're 3-3. San Francisco is 3-4. The Niners are 4-point home favorites, and this game has got one of the higher total points lines that you're going to find this weekend at 47 points. Now, for me, Jeff, this is a game that feels like it could or should be really entertaining, and I'm not sure who needs to win more here. So what's your best bet for this matchup?
I wanted to take the over so bad, but I'm not that brave. I'll be courageous. That's bravery with a bit of sense, right? We're not going to be that bold. We're going to be brave with a bit of sense. So I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to go with Dallas team total over 21.5 points. Now, the Niners, they allow 21 points exactly average at home to opponents. And they've hit this over in the last 2 home games against Kansas City and Arizona. They've scored, those 2 teams respectively, scored over their team total averages too. And the way Kansas City's been looking, I still don't know how they're getting away with this and continue to win. But if you let them score over 21 points the way they've been looking, I feel pretty confident about the Cowboys cashing this in. They average 21 points per game on the season, and they might be playing from behind. I know Micah Parsons is going to be out. Mad people are injured in this game. Ayuk is out for the year. Debo for the Niners, he has a wrist injury, so we don't know what's going on with that. But Brock Purdy, he can scramble. He's going to score them 1-yard rush touchdowns too. So I think that both these teams can score. So I would also say I slightly lean the over, but I think if I'm asking the Cowboys, once again, you spoke about maturity, Dex. If I'm asking the Cowboys just for 3 touchdowns and a field goal, I would hope they could provide this. And if they don't, I'm going to be really upset with myself for riding with a Cowboys pick. But like I said, I'm a hater. I'm not a liar. And I don't let my hate supersede my judgment. So hey, I like Dallas with that team total over.
All right, Dallas with the team total over. You got to respect Jeff here. This is twice here in Hitting the Books where he's shown the maturity to pick against teams that he loves to hate. All right, last game for me, Jeff. It's going to be the Monday night game. We got to look at the G-Men, your team, heading to the Steel City to battle the Steelers. Big Blue, 6-point underdogs on the road as the Steelers, they're looking to beat a New York team at home for the second week in a row. Now, Vegas, they're not expecting points to be put on the board in this one with an over-under line of 36.5. How are you playing this one, Jeff?
The books may not be looking at a lot of points, but I am. I'm looking for enough points. I'm going with the over at 36.5. And this is all about trends, Dex. 5 out of the last 7 Monday Night Football games have hit their overs. And Pittsburgh is averaging roughly 25 points per game at home. And the Giants, they've been a better road team than they've been a home team. They've scored 20 at Seattle, 21 in Cleveland, 18 against the Commanders when they didn't even have a kicker. If they had a kicker, they would have blown through that number as well. I think if I'm asking the Giants to score 20 some odd points and it's 20-21, you hit the over. 37 is a funny number, getting the over 36.5. It's strange, but it's super doable, especially with the way Pittsburgh's been running the last few weeks. Now, yes, the Giants have scored 10 points in the last 2 games, but unfortunately, they've been at home for those. I like them on the road. I really do like them on the road, and they've shown that they've played better. So I'm hoping that they can score more points. Malik Neighbors should be back in full effect. Darius Slayton has been showing a lot of work. Don't know if Singletary's going to be back for this game, but they have enough firepower combined in this game to get us this over. And hey, Russell Wilson was throwing some ducks the last game. There should have been a lot of pick sixes. So if those ducks come home to roost, maybe the Giants defense helps me out to get this over too. So that's what I'm liking. I'm not going Giants money line. You ain't getting that much homer faith from me.
I thought you might go there. I thought you might go. I thought you might go there, Jeff. But you like the over in this one. No. Yeah, I saw that total points line. I was like, wow, that's really low. So that's an interesting one there. You like the over.
They might surprise. I would say if you like long shots, that Giants +6, that's good. Their money line is, I think, in the +200s. Yep. Last time I checked. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. I'm not doing it with my money.
Yeah, I saw that. I see that. Stranger things have happened, but you're not willing to go there. I see that one there. Last thing, Jeff, I always like to do this to close out this segment. Give me one player prop that you really like for this week's slate of games, either Sunday or Monday night. What's one player prop that you think the folks should keep their eye on?
Oh, yeah. I think Drake London anytime touchdown is cashing. I like it at plus money, +115. And I don't know at this point why it's at plus money. Maybe because he's a wide receiver and he needs more assistance because he isn't going to score unless he gets the ball passed to him, maybe on a rush, but more than likely he needs the ball thrown to him in order to score, right? He has the most targets on the team. He's by far Kirk Cousins' favorite target. He scored a TD in 3 straight games and in 5 out of the last 6. Now, the Tampa Bay Bucks, who they're facing against, 7 games, they've given up 7 TD passes to wide receivers, and they're tied for the 5th most pass TDs allowed in the NFL this season. Also, I got a personal with the Bucks because they got me knocked out of Survivor when they should have had an easy victory. So anytime touchdowns are scored against them, I cheer. And Drake London has been cashing for fantasy owners. He's been cashing for folks who've been betting on him. Overs on targets, overs on yards, TDs. I like the anytime TD here.
I like that. I like that. We had a theme throughout here. A little bit of hate. Hate was back, and I like to hear. But again, this is all in the name of trying to help the people win some money with these sports bets on the NFL. So I like it. I like it, Jeff. That is Jeff Johnson. Check out his work with TNT Sports, doing a great job giving you all the best bets in the game. And listen, everybody out there can learn something from Jeff. You can be a hater and still win some money. There's nothing wrong with that. Jeff, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.